Welcome back everyone, Meanpooh here with another video. We will be trying State of Decay 2 on the Acer Nitro 5. I'm sure by now that many of you have played some sort of survival game, and this one is not too far different. Most games such as Ark Survival, Forest, and Rust are played from a first-person view. This one is played from a third-person view. State of Decay 2 is an open-world zombie survival game developed by Untitled Labs and published by Microsoft Studios. It is a sequel to the 2013 game State of Decay. The game was released last month, May 22nd, 2018 for the Windows and Xbox One platforms. The game is sporting a $30 price tag instead of $60 for unknown reasons. So to pique my curiosity, I searched around on the internet and found some interesting possible answers on Reddit. One person said that it's still a title between indie and full AAA. Another stated that I think it's because they want to reach more people, as State of Decay is not very popular, and the first one was released a couple of years ago. Another person said something along the lines of Untitled Labs are a small studio, so the game wouldn't have had much money spent developing it. If I had to go with one, it would be the second, because over at Xbox Wire on the Xbox site, there is an article that states, State of Decay 2 exceeds 2 million players in less than 2 weeks. That's good news, but I think the Xbox players have been hungry for something to play since the PlayStation 4 is having blockbuster after blockbuster on many of their new releases. After picking your starting characters, each with different attributes, and acquiring a home base, you're tasked with gathering resources and building up your base to prevent further incursions from the living dead. You can recruit additional survivors, and there are other groups to interact with, mostly friendly, who exist mainly to give you side quests. State of Decay 2 does have some sort of a plot. Generally, it's delivered through snippets of audio heard through the radio. The side and story missions are frequently little more than fetch quests. Either you're heading to a particular zombie-filled location to collect an item, or you're taking someone to safety. And when you're not doing that, you're raiding houses for resources for your base. You can always swap to anyone in your community, as each has their own skills, and they can be upgraded by being put to use. It pays to swap among different characters so as to ensure each person is strong and durable for what lies ahead, and for the most part, it's death. Zombie hordes will now assault your base more often, and whether you're there or not, when heading out, you'll always need to pack for the occasion and likely search for more supplies while you're out there as well. Most melee weapons won't last too long, ammo is scarce, and though 1 to 2 zombies can be handled with some ease, a half a dozen or more can overrun you in a hurry, especially for characters with poor stamina. When you run out of stamina, your character will usually cue you saying things like, "I'm tired" or "I'm all out." Sadly, I could not use any of my recording software to get footage, and I refused to use external capture. There was only one thing left. That's right, the Windows 10 game bar. Yeah. I fine-tuned the settings and started recording, and to the horror, it's better than nothing at all. Just know to add around 5 to 10 FPS to what the screen is showing. I was well running at 60 FPS on medium, but while recording with the Windows 10 game bar, it was reading in the 40s and 50s. We of course was using the max resolution on this machine, which is 1920 by 1080. There was no way for me to change it. This was strange, and I've never seen anything like it. Starting with Ultra, the GTX 1050 Ti had temps between 70 and 72C. The CPU temps were 86 to 93C, which slowly decreased as we moved down in graphical settings. FPS range was 39 to 49 FPS. With high settings, we got 64 to 71C on the GPU and 79 to 91C on the CPU. FPS put us between 38 and 55 FPS. Remember, some of these frames change depending on the camera, so I try to keep it level at all times if possible. Moving to the medium settings, the CPU dropped to 60 to 65C, and the CPU as well, with numbers 78 to 84C. 41 to 57 was the range for the FPS, and in some instances hit 60. Lastly, we come to the low setting. GPU temp was even lower with 52 to 55C, with CPU following with 76 to 82C. This is great. 54 to 60 was the range of the final numbers in the setting for FPS. At the end of the video, I went back to medium because this is the setting that I would use, having the best of both worlds, speed and looks. There was no undervolting of the CPU and we're running with stock voltages. The game is perfectly playable on this machine. If you are a fan of the first or a fan of zombies in general, you should enjoy this game. There are places you can go that look innocent, but as soon as you get close, you are soon to notice that it is infested with monster zombies that can and will overpower you. Take your time and team up with a friend and you should do alright. Hell, you may even last a few days. There are some known bugs in the game, so be aware if you purchase. Some may be fixed by the time you have watched this video. As I bring this to a close, I would like to say that if you have a game that you would like me to try, leave it in the comments section. And if this video helped you in some kind of way, share it so others can benefit as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next game. Meanpooh out.
Hey, there aren't supposed to be any civilians left in the camp. I always knew she was a softie. We call it the blood plague. It's contagious to humans, and it takes you while you're still alive.
Are you saying that's what's gonna happen to me?
Well, probably. Okay, it's in there, and bring me whatever you find. I'd been researching blood plague with some other civilians. We found a cure that works if you use it soon after infection. The army took our lab when they left, but they didn't get everything. Damn. I'll need an infirmary to culture a new dose.
Hey Doc, shit's getting bad out there. Thanks to all the noise, the Zeds are swarming the perimeter. This camp is done for. It's time for us to go. All of us.
You know, Cage, it was a person once. I tried to reverse the effect, but we ran out of time. I don't have it in me to do what I should. Maybe you do?
I'm sorry. I hope you're in a better place now.
Listen, I know we've had our problems, but please, don't let me turn into one of those things.
You're my brother. I have your back.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, time to go. Big Sister's got the wheel.
So how do we survive without the army around?
We keep going. As long as we stick together, we can survive anything. Damn, we're out of gas. Guess we better start scavenging.
More fuel won't help us now. The way that blood plague is progressing, your brother won't last long without a place to rest.
Nah, Doc. I'm totally fine. I promise.
We have to find a place to settle down. Now.
For once, the army and I agree. It's time to get off the road and find a home. Someplace we can build what we need to keep your brother from dying.
Careful, or that one will spot us. We got a deadhead coming this way.
Better give it one more hit. Might be able to make a good base there.
clear out the uglies. Then we'll get a better look. Thinking about stuff like that will make you crazy. That'll do for now. Let's claim this place and get settled, shall we?
Hey, Doc. We found a spot that should work well as our new home base.
Nice work. Once you claim the site, my patient and I will meet you there.
Building.
Hey, look. Someone looking for a smack in the face.
I found a couple of things while I was out scavenging. You know, man, every day is better than yesterday, with you guys around.
Nothing worth keeping. I really wish I hadn't just done that. Must be my lucky day. I am sure glad these aren't completely gone.
That's great.
All right. I got nothing left.
They could help us find more meds. We need them to treat our patient until we can make the cure.
Nothing in here. Not now. can't do it.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
As you know, we in Red Talon are working day and night to restore this nation's infrastructure. Until that's done, we need all of you to stay strong out there. Do not despair. Red Talon has not forgotten you. There he is again.
We don't actually have the cure on hand just yet. We need to gather one more ingredient before we can craft it.
What do you need? Maybe I can help.
I seriously need some sack time.
Hey, can we meet up? We need to talk.
We now have enough plague samples to make the cure. We should get on that as soon as possible.
Yo, how you doing?
Alrighty, I have the cure in hand. You ready to start feeling better?
I'm super sick.
This should fix you right up. Just hang in there a little longer.
Even if this doesn't work, thank you for trying. Now that I'm not dying, I guess I better find something to do.
Hey, neighbor. I saw you killing plague zeds out there. I came over to talk to you about getting rid of them for good.
Feels hot enough to boil water in here.
That's Ed's infected. Good distance. Coming out of the woodwork now.
There's gotta be a better way to kill this thing.
I'm almost out of fight.
It's done. The plague heart is destroyed.
That's great news. I feel safer already.
That was nice work. Unfortunately, where there's one, there's always more. This town's a long way from safe.